The experience of cooking 3,000 lunches for elementary school students in Korea must have been a memorable and challenging experience. You've entered a job that requires not only cooking skills, but also patience, time management, and good cooperation with teammates. Preparing and cooking for such a large quantity requires you to have a detailed plan from choosing ingredients, preparing, cooking, to dividing food portions to ensure quality and nutrition for the dishes. Student, you may have had to work in a large kitchen environment with a lot of equipment and support tools, while also having to strictly comply with food hygiene and safety regulations. Cleaning is a crucial step to remove dirt, bacteria, and any remaining chemicals from the surface of the ingredients. This process must be carried out carefully to ensure that the ingredients are cleaned without losing their natural nutrients. Meat, fish, and seafood. Meat should be quickly rinsed under cold water to remove blood and impurities. Fish and seafood need to be washed thoroughly to eliminate slime and fishy odors. Seafood such as shrimp and squid may need to be soaked in a saline or diluted lemon water solution to remove odors. Vegetables should be washed thoroughly under running water or soaked in a saline solution for 10 to 15 minutes to remove dirt and pesticides. Green leafy vegetables may need to be soaked in ice water to maintain their crispness. Some vegetables, like lettuce and cilantro, should be washed leaf by leaf under running water to ensure cleanliness. First, you need to determine the nutritional needs of the students. For children, meals must be balanced among the main nutrient groups: proteins, fats, carbohydrates, vitamins, and minerals. Each meal should meet the necessary caloric intake for elementary school-age children, while also being varied enough to prevent boredom and encourage the children to eat sufficiently. This step requires knowledge of nutrition, which can be obtained by consulting experts or using nutritional analysis tools. In South Korea, nutritional standards for students are often regulated by the Ministry of Health and Welfare or other relevant agencies, so you also need to adhere to these regulations when planning the selection of ingredients. After determining the nutritional needs, the next step is to create a list of required ingredients. This list includes all components that will be used in the meals, from main ingredients like rice, meat, fish, and vegetables, to spices and auxiliary ingredients like cooking oil, fish sauce, salt, and other seasonings. You need to calculate the specific quantity of each ingredient based on the number of meals and the portion size for each student. For example, if a meal includes rice, chicken, stir-fried vegetables, and soup, you need to precisely determine how many kilograms of rice, how much chicken, how many types of vegetables, and other components will be needed to purchase the right and sufficient quantities. Cooking rice is an essential and irreplaceable process in any meal, especially when serving a large number of people, as in industrial-scale meals. To ensure the rice is of good quality, it is crucial to select the right type of rice, rinse it properly, and adjust the water quantity accordingly. The rice is rinsed to remove dirt and impurities, and it can then be soaked in water for a while to allow the grains to expand more evenly. The cooking process requires careful attention to temperature and timing. When using a large capacity electric rice cooker, it's important to stir the rice and water well before starting the cooking process to prevent the rice from clumping at the bottom of the pot. Once the rice is cooked, allowing it to sit in the pot for a while helps the grains soften further and retain heat for longer. Finally, when fluffing the rice, it is necessary to gently stir it to ensure the grains are separated and do not stick together, then evenly distribute it into trays or containers. Though this process seems simple, it demands care and technique to ensure that each portion of rice meets the standards, satisfying the nutritional needs and taste preferences of the diners. Cooking vegetables requires a delicate technique to maintain the best flavor and texture of each type. First, vegetables are carefully selected, prioritizing fresh and high-quality options. They are then washed thoroughly to remove dirt and chemicals, and cut into uniform pieces to ensure even cooking. When cooking, vegetables can be prepared using various methods such as sorting, boiling, steaming, or roasting. Each method requires adjustments in temperature and cooking time. For sorting, vegetables are added to a pan with a sufficient amount of oil, and the temperature is maintained at medium-high to prevent them from becoming too soft too quickly while retaining their crispness. In contrast, when boiling or steaming, vegetables should be cooked in boiling water or steam until tender but not overcooked, which helps preserve vitamins and minerals. The cooking process often includes adding seasonings and other ingredients such as garlic, onions, or spices to enhance flavor. Vegetables are seasoned gradually and checked frequently to achieve the desired taste. After cooking, vegetables are typically allowed to cool slightly before serving, which helps stabilize the flavor and make them easier to digest. Square and rectangular stainless steel containers are popular food storage solutions, each with its own distinct features and benefits. Square stainless steel containers are often favored for their compactness and space-saving design. Made from high-quality stainless steel, these containers are resistant to rust and are very easy to clean. The square shape helps to optimize storage space, especially when stacking or organizing in a refrigerator. The lid usually fits tightly on the container, often equipped with a silicone seal to prevent any leaks and to keep food fresh. Some designs feature internal dividers, which help to separate food items and organize meals more effectively. The lid usually fits tightly on the container, often equipped with a silicone seal to prevent any leaks and to keep food fresh. Some designs feature internal dividers, which help to separate food items and organize meals more effectively. To make curry rice, start by preparing all the essential ingredients. Begin with the rice, cooking it according to your preferred method and allowing it to cool slightly. Select your choice of protein, such as chicken, beef, pork, or tofu, and cut it into bite-sized pieces. Marinate the protein with basic seasonings like salt, pepper, and curry powder for about 15 to 30 minutes to enhance its flavor. For the vegetables, choose a variety like potatoes, carrots, onions, and bell peppers. Wash and cut them into uniform pieces to ensure they cook evenly. Begin by heating oil in a large pan, then salt the marinated protein until it is browned and cooked through. Add finely chopped garlic and ginger to the pan to infuse the dish with aromatic flavors. Next, incorporate the vegetables into the pan, stirring them with the protein until they start to soften. In a separate part, heat a little oil and add curry powder along with other spices such as salt and sugar, mixing them well. Pour in coconut milk or yogurt and bring the mixture to a simmer, allowing the spices to meld together and the sauce to thicken. Combine the sautéed protein and vegetables with the curry sauce, stirring to coat everything evenly. Let it simmer until the vegetables are tender and the sauce has reached your desired consistency. Adjust the seasoning to taste, adding more salt, pepper, or sugar if needed. The experience of participating in the preparation of 3,000 lunches for elementary school students in South Korea was a challenging yet incredibly meaningful journey. From carefully selecting fresh ingredients to meticulously preparing them, every step required focus and attention to detail. Cooking on such a large scale not only demanded high-level skills, but also required seamless coordination among the team members. In the end, seeing the finished meals, nutritionally complete, and handed directly to the students, brought a deep sense of happiness and pride that is hard to put into words. This was not just a lesson in cooking, but also a lesson in love and sharing. Transporting food to the school in insulated trucks is an essential and indispensable part of the lunch preparation process for students. After the meals are carefully cooked and packed in stainless steel containers, they must be transported to the school safely while ensuring their quality is maintained. These trucks, equipped with heating systems, act as mobile storage units, helping to keep the food at the appropriate temperature throughout the journey. This is crucial to ensure that the meals do not cool down, preserving their freshness and ensuring food safety. The process of loading the containers into the truck requires meticulous attention and care, making sure that the containers are arranged neatly, without shifting or tipping over during the trip. Each container is securely placed with padding between them to prevent any damage, ensuring the food inside remains intact. As the truck begins its journey, the driver must drive carefully, avoiding any sudden jolts or shocks that could disturb the containers inside. Each trip is not just about delivering food from point A to point B, but a journey to preserve the quality and integrity of every meal for the students. When the truck arrives at the school, the meals are unloaded quickly yet carefully, ensuring that everything remains intact and ready to be served to the students. The entire transportation process requires seamless coordination and a strong sense of responsibility, because each meal is not just a serving of food, but a gesture of care and attention to the health and development of the students.